Coach, these fans have waited for this moment for decades, but playoff football has come to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball? Check 24, check 24.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, it's Hunt. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
That's what I do. Bang, bang.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And some space here. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
First down, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
So that'll back him up 5.
Set, 180.
54. Focus, defense, focus.
Second down, Mayfield. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 40, 30, past the 20, 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from a yard out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Good. 180.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming.
King.
Where? Watch the
Watch out.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Jarvis Landry, 20. 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 68 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff. And what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
The Steelers take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Focus.
Here's Riddick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Riddick with a carry. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 29-yard
Ready?
line.
230.
56.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
50. Snickers, 66. Hey, dude.
Throwing on second and long. Roethlisberger. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with Logan. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Black 20.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
20. 50.
56, Mike, 56. Switch up.
These two.
Check. Begin.
No spacing.
Me.
56 to Mike. Black is third.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Get ready. Their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 75 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Second down and 15 yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
77.
Right, check, 59.
One day. Five.
Ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Out.
Take both of them. Double bump. Black,
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Easy.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And this is caught off the deflection. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Jack 16. No foul. Hey, Foxtrot.
59's Mike. Check, 59.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You ain't going nowhere. You too.
56. Mike's 56. You must be getting tired of seeing this.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jordan Matthews, 32 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Steelers 23, Browns 14. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, A little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Roethlisberger. On the crossing route, complete. That's Foster. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On the ground, it's Reddick. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Reddick. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Push him back. Push him back. Middle. Shoot. Check that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards.
Complete to Odell Beckham Jr. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
56, right there, 56.
Hey, orbit.
Watch your slack, watch your slack. Watch your slack.
Alert, alert.
56 is the mic.
Hey.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Mike 56. Mike.
Bravo.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Black 80.
Here we go. Deuce. 49.
Easy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Riddick light on his feet, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger being chased out left. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Foster. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Solid, 5 down. Black, it's on! These 2.
Mike, check. 59. So we got man. Jam.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Rip left. Mike 5'9". Tighten up.
Big.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
No spacing.
Mike, check, 59. Man,
Ben to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Run.
Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
On first down, Hunt. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the Steelers' 47-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, come on now. Alert.
Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now Mayfield. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Check 52. Check 16.
56.
Hey, Charlie.
Right there. 56. There's a party now. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Here we go. Take both of them.
Switch.
Middle.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
56. Mike's 56.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. Show that best release and go. Hey!
Mike 56. Let's go, D. Let's go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. In your face. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Whoa!
Let's get this.
These two.
Motion.
Little spacing.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the run.
50. Middle.
Motion. Reset. Mike 56.
Hey, Haywood.
56. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike 56. Mike.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked out. Okay, but in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Quarter.
They go back to Redden. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
50. Let's go.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. The 20, 10, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Robert Foster, 75 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's the party now. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Cuts it out to the sideline. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big run by Kareem Hunt, 54 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
It's just me and you.
To throw, Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
This is taken at the 3. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 17.
Check, check, 59. Hey. Check 25, check 25. Snickers, 44.
From the 17, Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
77.
Check 59, Mike is straight.
Hey, pick up.
59. Hey. Check you, school. Mike 59. Mike 50.
Double bump.
We got it.
Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
180! Watch the run.
59's Mike. Check, 59.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
180!
59, Mike to 59. Who there?
Watch out!
Mayfield now. Flush to his right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
What's that?
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Don't let him breathe. What's that?
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses.
Throwing on 2nd down, Roethlisberger, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Me too.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Focus. 44.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
What's that?
They run with Hunt. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Hunt. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 39, Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Quick slant there gets him the first down. 6 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Now it's Hunt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Big time touchdown.
Mayfield off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Mike, what's that? You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see Mike, what's that?
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he finds McDonald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
First down, Steelers.
Here we go.
Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Check, 59. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Alert.
Check. You gon' take. You got take.
Easy. Go.
He's checking crack.
Now on 2nd and 16, Roethlisberger. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Alert.
Mike's 59. I got you, boy. Mike's 5'9".
He can't like it.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Moncrief. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
First down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Slam.
Take both of them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Like 80.
59. I got you, punk. Hatchet.
Take 2 of them. Middle.
You kill it, motion me out. Check 59, Mike is 59.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Mike 59. You're not ready. Check 24. Check.
Good.
Wide.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit, but they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Tell me what you want, what you need, tell me what you wanna give me.